Hello and welcome to the Packer Franchise Podcast. I'm your host Alex, and today we are back with another team review. Like I said, I'm going to be busting out these videos as quickly as possible before the season starts. I'm only going to do 12 to 14 teams who I feel like have a legitimate shot at winning their division and going to the Super Bowl. And today is a team that definitely should be in a lot more Super Bowls these past few seasons, but just bad execution didn't cause them not to go to many championships, and that's the New Orleans Saints. And last season was a perfect example with the Saints went 13-3, and many people thought, the Saints were much deserved of a second seed, and they just completely lost to the Minnesota Vikings at home. They just failed to execute, and they still have a lot of talent around them. They acquired Emmanuel Sanders from the 49ers at the time, back in free agency, so they got him at the wide receiver position, so he'll definitely get some reps with Michael Thomas. They have Alvin Kamara at the running back position. They still have Jared Cook at the tight end spot, and they still got playmakers on defense with Marshawn Lattimore. They recently acquired Malcolm Jenkins too. I should have put that in the key addition. I completely forgot about him, but they got Malcolm Jenkins, and they got Cameron Jordan, and Denario Davis with the linebacker up front. So as for the Saints, talent's there. The talent's there. They play in the NFC South, which is going to be up there with the toughest division in football, along with the NFC West. But I feel like the New Orleans Saints will still win the division. I feel like they have too much talent on that roster and a well-experienced head coach with a well-experienced quarterback. So, and what I mean by well-experienced, I meant like they got some time together. Obviously, they've been quarterback for over a decade now. They've had plenty of success. So, I see that success continuing on with the Saints. Let's take a look at the schedule real quick. Right now, I see a 12-4 record for the Saints. I see potential losses to the 49ers, Kansas City, at Philadelphia, and at Denver. Those are the 4 losses I can see the Saints losing to. At Denver, I just feel like it's always a tough environment to play at Denver. Denver is a very underrated environment to play in and can definitely upset a lot of teams, especially with how well the Broncos could potentially play the season with Drew Lockett and Courtland Sutton and that Broncos team. I'm pretty high on the Broncos this season, but that'll be for another video. At Philadelphia, I think it'll be, really cold during that time, and Drew Brees doesn't really perform well in the cold outside of the dome. San Francisco, the Niners didn't really lose anybody. And at Denver, like I said, Denver's a tough environment, and so I feel like 12-4 is a perfect prediction for the Saints. Now, if I'm going for the ceiling, which I always do with these team reviews, I go for ceiling and floor. The ceiling for this New Orleans Saints team, I could see him potentially reaching the 14-2 spot, in my opinion. I could see him beating the Niners at home. I could potentially see him beating the Broncos on the road. I definitely see a 14-2 record for the Saints. For the ceiling. The floor, I could see as low as 10-6, with losses to probably at Tampa Bay and potentially at the Atlanta Falcons or Green Bay Packers. I'm leaning more towards the Packers. So, at Tampa Bay and losses to the Packers and the Buccaneers. So, 10-6 the floor, 14-2 the ceiling. I feel like that's a reasonable prediction for the Saints. As we go back to the main screen, are Saints Super Bowl contenders? They obviously are. They're coming off a 13-win season in back-to-back seasons. They didn't really lose anybody. They gained Emmanuel Sanders, so the offense is still going to be deadlier. It just all depends on, like I said, execution. I know Saints fans have heartbreaks in the past 3 postseasons, and believe me, with Green Bay's execution too, I feel like they could have executed better with some playoff losses. But when you have that much talent on the offensive side of the ball, and you got some young defensive talent on the defensive side of the ball, you should the Saints team can definitely execute very well too. It just all depends on execution and how they execute when it comes down the stretch in those big games. But yeah, so that's about it. I know it's kind of a short video. Overall, like I said, 12-4 prediction for the Saints. Ceiling is going to be 14-2, and the floor is 10-6. Yeah, I don't see this team losing or winning less than 10 games, in my opinion. They're too talented. So, alrighty, guys, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for always watching, and go Pack Go. Catch you on the next team review. Bye.